Hey there, Jess here from Jessie on a Journey, coming to you live from my apartment in New York City. Today I'm going to be talking about 6 steps to coming up with your travel blog niche. It is something I have my students and the people I coach ask me about a lot. So many people have such a hard time pinning down what they ultimately want to write about for their blogs because it's something that they'll be writing about indefinitely. So before we hop into that, I just wanted to give you a few dates and also let you know, if you look at my Facebook wall, yesterday I posted about this Facebook Live little workshop, and I posted a link to grab some worksheets. So if you haven't done that, I suggest you do. There's a great branding worksheet that can help with this, and a few other ones that will help you really dive into your blog brand and help you pin down what you want to write about. I'll also repost that link when I repost the video. And a few dates that you should put on your calendars if you are interested in learning how to build a blog. Let me grab my notes. August 3rd, I am relaunching my signature How to Start a Blog class. We actually are finishing up the last session right now. I believe we are in our second to last week. So the new session will start August 3rd. If you are looking for something a little bit more advanced, the How to Create a Blog That Makes Money class will start again on September 7th. And if you are looking for an ongoing coaching program, my Travel Blog Prosperity program, which we are currently in month 2 of, will relaunch on October 1st. So more information on that to come, but just a few dates to throw on the calendar. So let's jump into how to come up with your travel blog niche. So the first thing you want to think about is, what kinds of questions do people already ask you about? When you're blogging, a huge goal that you should have is being an authority in your niche. So an easy way to choose a niche is to think about what you're already an authority on. So if you really can't think of what people are already asking you about, poll 10 friends. Ask them, if you were to come to me with a question, or if you had a question, what would you come to me to ask? What do you think I would be, or what topics do you think I would be the person to give you advice on? Take notes and see what comes up again and again that people see you as being an authority in terms of topics. The second thing you want to think about is, who can you help and how? So once you have an idea of what you're an authority on, think about who would benefit from this knowledge and how specifically your experiences, your skills, your education, how you can help people. Because what you want to do is, with every single blog post, be aiming to help people in a certain way and make people feel like every single blog post that you put out was written just for them. So think about how you can do this. Now, number 3, when you're considering the different possibilities for a niche, make sure that it's something you can write about indefinitely. So I have a lot of students who, do a volunteer project abroad, or teach English in another country, or spend a summer backpacking Europe, and they want to make their blog solely on this specific project or the specific trip. The problem is that niche has a lifespan, and what you want is a topic that you can write about for the rest of the foreseeable future, because hopefully this blog will be something that is successful and that you will continue to publish on for the rest of your life. So, if you studied abroad in Italy and you want to make your blog called Jessie's Study Abroad Adventure, probably wouldn't make a lot of sense, because after 6 months or whatever it is, the topic won't make sense anymore. So make sure whatever you choose is something that you can always have topics to write about. Now, the 4th point I wanted to talk about is, once you have a niche that you think might work, make sure to do a pro-con list. Make a list of other blogs in that niche and see what they're doing. Note what you love in one column and what you don't love so much, where you think maybe you could do better or where there could be some room for improvement. Remember too, it's not just about content. Look at design, think about the user experience. If it's hard to find the blog section, if you can't figure out how to contact them, if just the flow of how you got to that site and how you've ended up somewhere else was kind of wonky, note that and start thinking about, bringing me to the next point, how you could offer a superior experience. Now, I always say with blogging, it's typically better to go in with a collaborative approach versus a competitive approach. You can go really far working with other bloggers in your niche and in other niches. But for this instance, you want to look at what's already being done. So within your niche and within your own expertise, think about what themes are reoccurring in a niche. So for example, I write about solo travel and a recurring theme is safety. So I'll often look at what other people in my niche are writing about in terms of safety and try to pinpoint where I can offer a superior experience, not just on my blog, but through my content. And maybe that's voice. Maybe it's a niche or a topic that's largely covered in a certain tone, but could do well with some humor. Maybe a point of view isn't largely covered that you think deserves to have a spotlight. Maybe it's having a certain type of media, photos or video or infographics. Or maybe the topic just needs more in-depth content. Maybe right now there's just a lot of quick, shallow posts, and you can offer more in-depth coverage to really leave your readers with no questions unanswered. Start to think about that, because what you really want to do if you want to be successful with your blog is stand out. And that doesn't mean that you have to wear, I always say, a dress made of meat to stand out. Just offer something different or better. And my final point that I wanted to make, think about your reader pain points. And what this means is your readers have certain problems. What feelings or emotions do they have involving these problems? And a great place to look, I love going to forums like Reddit or Quora, finding my niche subforum within that, so the Reddit solo travel forum, and start looking at what questions people are asking, and then make a list of the pain points that are underlying with those questions. And really start to think about if you are the right person to solve these problems and pain points for your readers. And what we've really done with these steps in this video is create, in a sense, a content plan, which is great. And you want to think about if this content plan makes sense for you. Will it work for you? And definitely, does it make you feel passionate? Do you feel like you can do it justice? And if that makes sense to you, then you found your niche. If not, you're going to have to tweak things a little bit, or maybe this niche isn't for you. Maybe you would do better with another one. Really flesh this out before you go and you buy your domain and you buy your hosting and you set up your blog. Make sure that you can feel good about the niche that you're choosing and that you can create a content plan using these steps and solve these pain points, become an authority on the topic that you're going to be writing about. So I hope you found this helpful. I'll be reposting this video, like I said, with some helpful links and the worksheets that I mentioned. So stay tuned for that, and I will be back in another week or two with another video for you.